Tale of a Life is the story of 4 different artists inhabiting 4 different fantastic worlds, each landscape crafted by the artist preceding them, taking the audience through 4 parts of a day, seasons in a year, and stages in a lifetime. We begin in the world of spring dawning, childhood, a green world where everything is wet as if it had recently rained. Here we meet the child prodigy Yosha, inhabiting a world that dwarfs him in every way. We tend to glorify our childhoods, but forget how much of it was dealing with not just light switches out of reach, steps that were too tall, and chairs that were too big, but parents and teachers and bullies and other authority figures who are always telling us what to do. Yosha takes us through a day in his life, always lugging around a giant laptop that he works on perpetually. He is an old soul, and his peers are uncomfortable with his otherness. When he finally has a moment alone to himself, we find a computer-generated art gallery he has designed in painstaking detail. Yosha's artwork is the world of summer day, early adulthood, a bright yellow world where everything is pristine and elegant. Here we meet Sierth, an artist whose life is indulgent and free. He lives in a world brimming with art, but it is shallow, all style without substance. Sierth is a deep thinker, but also naive. When he meets the girl of his dreams, he only sees the surface of her beauty, and when he woos her with all his heart, he is callously rebuked, shattering his illusions and idealism about true love and beauty, leading him to paint a dark and lonely place, where the sun is eternally setting. This is the world of autumn twilight, midlife, a planet cast in red hues and rust, an industrial labyrinth where creativity is outlawed as a form of insanity. Here we meet Alfred, a characterless man who spends his days programming at a terminal. When he is caught creating text artwork on his screen, he is sent away to live in an asylum, where he meets Grace, a fellow inmate, and together they make chalk drawings in her cell, and with childlike strokes draw a world where just the two of them can live and create. This is the world of winter night, old age, a tiny frozen planet deep in space, where it is eternal night. Here we meet Ivan, a lonely widower, tending a garden of ice sculptures he and his wife had created over a lifetime. A young news reporter has landed from off-world to interview him for a human interest story about a project to brighten the nearby star. This will warm all the planets in the solar system and melt away his life's work. But Ivan is too obsessed with finishing a statue of his wife to pay this any mind. He cannot figure out how to complete this most important of all his works, and it is driving him mad. The young reporter wanders the garden, looking through the works Ivan's wife had created, but that he cannot bear to look at anymore. Here she finds what his statue is missing. She shows Ivan her discovery just as the star ignites, bathing everything in its radiance. Ivan looks on in awe, seeing the statue of his wife looking into the eyes of her statue of him. He passes away content, and the world turns wet and green, becoming spring dawning once again.